Good morning. I've come along again to share a reading with you. This time from a little book called, where are we? There we are. Called A Kiss for the Worthy. This is the second book of the I Love Poetry trilogy, in which I've taken the works of three stellar poets from a century and more ago, being Amy Lowell and Walt Whitman and T.S. Eliot, and I've taken a poem from each of those writers, a love poem as I've interpreted it, and I've used each line and phrase from their original poem and allowed it to inspire a new piece of work from me. So this is the second book, A Kiss for the Worthy. The first one, Walk Away Silver Heart, is currently released, and A Kiss for the Worthy will be released in paperback at the end of the month, 30th of April, and in ebook form about a fortnight later in mid-May. So I thought I might read a few. I'll put all the links down below this video if you want to look the books up and purchase. By all means, purchase. But in the meantime, I'd like to share a reading with you, starting with the original Walt Whitman poem or extract that I used in A Kiss for the Worthy. I've used the first two parts of the Leaves of Grass poem, Song of Myself, Leaves of Grass, and I'll try and read that to you. It's a slightly difficult poem to read, but I'll try. So, Song of Myself, Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. Part 1. I celebrate myself and sing myself, and what I assume you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents, born here from parents the same, and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping to cease not till death. Creeds and schools in abeyance, retiring back a while, sufficed at what they are, but never forgotten. I harbour, for good or bad, I permit to speak at every hazard, nature without check, with original energy. 2. Houses and rooms are full of perfumes. The shelves are crowded with perfumes. I breathe the fragrance myself and know it and like it. The distillation would intoxicate me also, but I shall not let it. The atmosphere is not a perfume. It has no taste of the distillation. It is odourless. It is for my mouth forever. I am in love with it. I will go to the bank by the wood and become undisguised and naked. I am mad for it to be in contact with me. The smoke of my own breath, echoes, ripples, buzzed whispers, love root, silk thread, crotch and vine. My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs. The sniff of green leaves and dry leaves, and of the shore and dark-coloured sea rocks, and of hay in the barn. The sound of the belched words of my voice loosed to the eddies of the wind. A few light kisses, a few embraces, a reaching around of arms. The play of shine and shade on the trees as the supple boughs wag. The delight alone, or in the rush of the streets, or along the fields and hillsides. The feeling of health, the full noon trill, the song of me rising from bed and meeting the sun. Walt Whitman, 1855. And for anyone who's actually studied Whitman, I apologise for my reading. I know that it's an uninformed interpretation of a difficult and complex poem. But that was what inspired A Kiss for the Worthy. Excuse me. So I'll read a couple of poems from the collection. And what impressed itself on me from that poem was that Whitman, to me, was in love with himself, with his presence, with the world around him and his place in the world, and that was what informed my interpretations. And I hope that comes through, and that, for instance, if you have read Walk Away Silver Heart and you then go to read A Kiss for the Worthy, that you'll get a different feel. It's a love poem, but it's a different kind of love to the first one. So this piece I called Is Beautiful This Year, and it's drawn from the phrase, I loaf and invite my soul. I will wander, wool gathering in my mind, as the wind blows stray petals of white blossom shed by the generosity of the golden plum before me. A loaf along, my face to a breeze that brings the power of fragrance, the fresh flowers of spring, and I invite my soul to join me, sing a sabbatical pastorale, including the fleeting flash of red and the squeaking pitch of rosellas shrilly arguing in waking branches of the sentinel oak. What better wool than this to gather? What better awareness of spring? Could there be anything better than to be, residing as one with my soul? The pink of the peach is beautiful this year. I'll move on to a very short piece, perhaps the shortest in the collection, and it's the title piece, A Kiss for the Worthy. It's drawn from the phrase, observing a spear of summer grass. The susurrations sing to their gentling by a breeze, blown a kiss through the unbending spikelets of chocolate-coloured bulrush flowers, ripened and waiting to cast seed into the care of that fleeting grace. Is that not a tune worthy of singing, worthy of a kiss from a zephyr passing by? And I'll finish with this little piece called Soft Warnings. This is drawn from the phrase, I, now 37 years old, in perfect health, begin. I, once 37 years and perfect health, was a man. Such a man. I was everything, and everything was begun by me, for me, because of who and what I was. I thought myself so fine, thought myself so very fine, for I could not conceive of a thing that would not fall at my feet when I desired it. 37 once I was, everything of me begun. Who could see and who could say that the shimmer was only a mirage. A life equal only to the swaying of an illusion. Beliefs, a mirage. I look at 37 now, and I look beyond for 36. To whisper warnings, I whisper my 36 soft warnings. That's all I had in mind to do today. I will put some links down below in the comments, and I'll be very delighted to receive your comments if you feel so inclined. They keep me going. They make me try to do better, because there's a listener or a viewer now out there. So thank you very much. Do it all again another time soon. Thanks. Bye.